You're standing in line at a gas station, pockets jingling with loose change, and one single penny in your hand could buy you a brand new car or even pay off that crushing mortgage you've carried for years. Sounds insane, right? But what if I told you that the humble 1965 Lincoln penny with no mint mark might just be your golden ticket to a life of freedom, luxury, and no more money worries? You see, most people toss these pennies aside without a second thought, thinking they're worthless scraps of copper. But hidden among them lies a tiny, silent warrior, an unassuming coin that collectors are fighting over in secret auctions, sometimes paying amounts that could rival a luxury sports car or even a down payment on a dream house. The 1965 Lincoln penny without a mint mark looks so ordinary that it might be sitting right now at the bottom of your change jar, waiting for the right eyes to see its true power. Now, here's where the story gets even more mysterious. 1965 was a chaotic year for U.S. coins. The country was battling a massive coin shortage, and the mint decided to stop using mint marks to prevent coin hoarding. That's why your 1965 penny won't show a tiny D or S. But here's the twist: while millions were churned out, only a fraction have survived in high-grade conditions or contain certain striking errors that make them a collector's fever dream. Imagine holding a penny so rare that it could bring in hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, at the right auction, just because of a tiny flaw or a pristine finish. Think about it. You could trade that penny for a brand new Tesla, a vacation on a private island, or even turn it into a down payment for a beachside villa. The thought alone sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it? And what if I told you that right now, some lucky American is probably using one to buy a candy bar, completely clueless about the fortune slipping through their fingers? But before you run to the nearest coin jar, let's dig even deeper. Some of these 1965 Lincoln pennies come with ultra-rare striking errors, like off-center impressions or doubling on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." These aren't just mistakes, they're secret signatures that skyrocket the coin's value to unimaginable heights. The moment a collector spots one, it becomes a battlefield, offers fly, auctions erupt, and overnight, an average American transforms into someone who can finally retire early and watch sunsets from their own yacht. Picture it: no more debts, no more stress about bills piling up. Just you, your family, and the freedom to choose whatever path your heart desires. All from a coin you might have almost given to the cashier for a pack of gum. This is the raw, electrifying magic of coin collecting. It's not just a hobby, it's a hidden treasure hunt, a chance to unlock life-changing wealth. So, what if right now, that 1965 Lincoln penny is waiting for you? Quietly lying in an old coffee tin, in a drawer you haven't opened in years, or mixed among spare change in your car's console. What if your escape from financial worries is literally sitting inches away, waiting for you to discover it? The clock is ticking, and the chance to change your life forever is closer than you think. Check those pennies. Feel the rush as you examine each one, imagining the doors that could open. Maybe a house by the sea, maybe finally helping your grandkids through college without blinking an eye, maybe a new life entirely. You have to see for yourself, because every day that passes, another person cashes in on their lucky find, leaving you wondering what could have been. And just when you think it couldn't get any more unbelievable, wait till you see the next coin on our list. This one might just be even crazier. The car dealership, keys in hand, heart pounding as the engine of your brand new car roars to life. Now imagine paying for that car, with a single penny you almost threw into a tip jar last week. Sounds insane, right? But this 1968 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could turn that wild fantasy into reality. Somewhere in the shadows of old drawers, dusty jars, or forgotten piggy banks, this tiny copper miracle could be waiting for you, quietly holding the power to transform your life. Most people have no idea that in 1968, the Philadelphia Mint produced Lincoln pennies without a mint mark, but some of these coins weren't just ordinary. A few were struck with microscopic errors, tiny die variations that make them holy grails for collectors today. One small crack, one little doubling of Lincoln's profile, or a slightly off-center strike, these are details so subtle, they're often overlooked by even the most careful eyes. And yet, these details can push the value of this penny into the realm of hundreds of thousands. even millions if the bidding war goes wild enough. Imagine paying off your entire mortgage or surprising your spouse with a trip around the world, all from a penny you carried in your pocket for years without even knowing. What if that coin is lying at the bottom of your junk drawer right now? What if you're seconds away from tossing it into a Coinstar machine, unknowingly throwing away your future luxury yacht, your dream house on the beach, or the golden years you've always wished for? This isn't just about a coin, it's about a secret opportunity. The 1968 Lincoln penny with no mint mark stands as a silent reminder that treasures don't always come in treasure chests, sometimes they're hidden in plain sight, camouflaged by everyday life. Collectors across America are on the hunt for these, attending estate sales, rummaging through old change, praying to stumble upon this unassuming yet explosive jackpot. The story behind this penny is a tale of missed chances and discovered fortunes. One man in Illinois reportedly cashed in an old coffee jar at his local bank, never realizing that inside sat a rare 1968 no-mint mark penny with a striking error. Days later, a coin dealer recognized the flaw and flipped it for an amount that could have bought a family-sized RV and paid for a summer of travel across the entire country. The original owner? He missed out forever, simply because he didn't look closely enough. Can you feel that sting of regret? Or maybe the excitement rising in your chest as you remember that old jar under your bed? Now, here's the kicker: what if I told you that the most valuable coins often appear when you least expect them? You could be watching this video with a loose handful of coins on your desk. Maybe you hear that soft clink in your pocket right now. Could it be? The idea alone sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it? Because this isn't just a video, it's a door to your possible future. Collectors dream of these coins because they represent more than metal and minting errors, they represent freedom. The freedom to quit your job, finally tell your boss what you really think, and pack your bags for an endless vacation. The freedom to move into that lakeside cabin you always see on travel shows, or to buy that muscle car you imagined as a teenager. So the next time you pick up a penny, don't dismiss it as worthless. Look carefully. Check for doubling on the words, examine Lincoln's ear and the date. Check the edges. Feel the weight in your hand and imagine the possibilities. Because this 1968 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be the silent partner to your wildest dreams, and if you think this is thrilling, wait till you see the next coin coming up. It might just make this one look like small change. Stay right there, because what's waiting around the corner could completely redefine the rest of your life. It could buy you a brand new car, or even a house by the beach. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's real, and it's happening right now to everyday Americans just like you. Let's talk about a penny that most people overlook, a coin so unassuming it might be sitting quietly in your kitchen drawer, waiting to rewrite your entire life. This is the 1971 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Picture this: you're planning a family road trip, dreaming of a new SUV to fit the kids, the dog, the luggage, but you're stuck because money's tight. Then you find this simple brown coin, and suddenly, that SUV isn't just a dream, it's parked in your driveway. The 1971 Lincoln penny without a mint mark seems ordinary at first glance. Just another penny tossed into a pocket or under the car seat. But the truth is, some of these coins have features that collectors fight over, pushing values into the stratosphere. Why is this penny so special? The no mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions were made, a small batch ended up with incredibly sharp details, rare die varieties, or striking errors. Some even show double dies, a kind of mesmerizing ghost image on the lettering and date that collectors go wild for. Imagine the rush of adrenaline when you spot that faint doubling on Liberty or the date, realizing it could mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's not just about the money, it's about the freedom. Freedom from bills. Freedom from stress. Freedom to wake up tomorrow and decide, I want to travel the world, and then actually do it. These pennies can turn the mundane into magic, transform a regular Tuesday into the day your life changed forever. Think about this: some examples in pristine condition or with extreme errors have crossed auction blocks for amounts that could pay off an entire mortgage or fund your retirement. Could one of these pennies be hiding in your jar? In your jacket pocket? What if it's the one you handed to a cashier last week without a second thought? Imagine the heartbreak of knowing you might have given away a life-changing treasure for a pack of gum. That's the fear that makes collectors comb through every single penny, every single day. The story doesn't end there. As you hold that 1971 penny up to the light, look closely at the edges, the lettering, the subtle imperfections that could signal a hidden fortune. There's something thrilling about knowing a simple coin could become your ticket to the life you always wanted. No more scraping by, no more dreaming in the dark. Just pure, golden possibility, and just when you think it can't get crazier, it does. Because the next penny on our list might blow this one completely out of the water. Wait till you see it, it might just pay for that beach house you've been picturing in your mind for years. So keep watching. Keep dreaming. And above all, keep searching. Because the next penny could be yours, and it could change everything. You walk into your garage tomorrow morning and instead of seeing an old sedan you're tired of, there's a brand new, gleaming car waiting for you. Now imagine all that luxury paid for, by a single penny hiding in your change jar right now. Sounds impossible? Let me take you into a hidden world most people will never know, where a single 1973 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark could turn your life upside down forever. You might be thinking, a 1973 penny? Isn't that just pocket change? But here's what almost no one realizes. In the early 70s, America was going through an economic roller coaster, the oil crisis, rising inflation, and a wave of minting experiments. During this chaos, a few pennies slipped through the cracks with extraordinary mistakes, microscopic doubling, or unexpected metal compositions that make collectors absolutely obsessed. This 1973 D penny is one of those hidden jackpots. Some variations and error coins from this year have shocked auction houses, leaving jaws on the floor, with collectors ready to shell out eye-watering sums. We're talking hundreds of thousands, and in a wild bidding war, even crossing that magic $1 million line. Just imagine, that penny you tossed into an old jar years ago could pay off your mortgage in full, send you to Hawaii first class, or transform your garage into a showcase of sports cars. Can you feel that rush in your chest? That heartbeat thumping faster? That's the feeling of knowing you might be sitting on a life-changing fortune without ever realizing it. Look closely. Some 1973 D pennies have rare die errors, especially double dies that make the date or the word Liberty look like a ghostly echo. There are also striking issues where the metal was slightly off, leaving subtle ridges or weird edges that only sharp-eyed collectors can spot. These small imperfections are what push the value into the stratosphere. Because for collectors, it isn't just a coin, it's a slice of American history, a symbol of a moment in time when the mint let a secret slip. Picture yourself standing at an auction, the room buzzing with tension. You raise your hand, the auctioneer's hammer slams down, and suddenly, you're a millionaire because of a coin that used to rattle around in your cup holder. This isn't just fantasy. This is a documented reality for some lucky Americans who took a moment to look carefully. What if that lucky story could be yours? Right now, there are thousands of these coins hidden across America. In old drawers, under sofa cushions, buried in jars marked vacation fund that were forgotten decades ago. You might have one in your pocket right now. Imagine paying for your dream house, the one on the lake with big glass windows and a dock for your boat, all from a penny. Or maybe that world cruise you always promised your spouse. This is why collectors fight tooth and nail to get these coins. They see more than copper and zinc, they see a ticket to freedom. Don't blink, because in just a moment, we're going to explore another penny that might even top this one. But before we jump forward, ask yourself, what would your life look like if you never had to work another day? If that burden of bills and debts just vanished? That's the power these coins carry, and it's why your curiosity right now might be the smartest move of your life. So take a deep breath. Check your jars, your old wallets, your father's dusty collection box. Because that next humble-looking penny you hold could pay for a new car, cover your kids' college tuition, or let you finally live that luxurious, stress-free life you always imagined. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next coin we're about to reveal. It's got a story so wild, it might just make you jump out of your chair. Wait till you see the next one, it's even crazier. Now imagine that dream car was fully paid for, by a single penny sitting quietly in your kitchen drawer. Sounds impossible? Well, hold on tight because what I'm about to reveal could flip your entire reality upside down. This is the 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin so easily overlooked that it might be hiding right under your nose. But beneath its ordinary surface lies a story of hidden errors, overlooked details, and the chance to unlock a fortune that could buy you that car, or maybe even more. Picture this: an elderly man in Michigan finds an old jar of pennies while cleaning out his attic. Among them, a plain-looking 1975 penny catches his eye. He tosses it aside, thinking it's worthless. But later, a friend urges him to get it checked. That same penny could have sold at auction for a price that would cover a year-long luxury cruise around the world or even wipe out someone's mortgage. Why? Because in 1975, most Lincoln pennies were struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark, but only a tiny fraction were made with perfect striking and mysterious double die features. Some experts whisper about a batch of coins where Lincoln's profile appears subtly shifted, and certain letters on the reverse are ever so slightly doubled, an error almost invisible to the naked eye. Collectors crave these like sharks scenting blood in the water. You see, for collectors, rarity isn't just about age. It's about those freak mistakes, those slight misalignments, those unexpected quirks that make one penny stand out from a billion others. The 1975 Lincoln no mint mark penny is that unicorn. It's the one penny that could send your heart racing and your bank account soaring. Some say these coins could reach hundreds of thousands, even millions, at a hotly contested auction if the right error is present and the condition is pristine. Imagine standing in front of a crowd as the auctioneer's hammer falls, and you walk out knowing your simple penny just bought you a beach house in Hawaii or that private jet vacation you've been dreaming about for decades. But here's the part that keeps people up at night: this coin might already be in your pocket change. What if the penny you used to buy coffee yesterday was actually a key to financial freedom? What if the small copper coin sitting at the bottom of your coin jar could pay for your grandchild's college tuition or help you retire tomorrow? The only thing standing between you and that reality is whether you take the time to look. Some collectors have dedicated entire lifetimes to chasing these elusive pieces, scouring yard sales, flea markets, and estate sales in hopes of catching that one break. Imagine the emotional thrill of flipping through an old roll and realizing you're holding a fortune. Your fingers trembling, your breath quickening, your mind racing with the possibilities. What would you do first? Would you pay off your debts? Would you travel the world? Or would you build that dream home in the mountains, finally free from financial stress forever? These stories aren't just fantasies, they're happening. Right now, ordinary Americans just like you are discovering these overlooked treasures and cashing in on life-changing payouts. Every day that passes, another hidden penny could be slipping through your fingers. That's why you need to act. You need to check every jar, every pocket, every dusty piggy bank. Because this isn't just about collecting coins, it's about rewriting your entire life story. It's about turning a dusty old jar into a golden ticket. So the next time you hear that familiar clink of a penny hitting the counter, stop for a second. Ask yourself, could this be the one? Could this little coin pay for my dream house by the ocean or that top-down convertible I always imagined cruising down the coast in? Because somewhere out there, someone is about to find one of these rare 1975 Lincoln pennies and change their life forever. And if you don't look, it won't be you. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more thrilling, wait till you see the next coin coming up. It's even crazier and could buy you more than a car. It might just buy you your entire future. Penny so powerful it could wipe away your car payments in one breathless moment. Imagine pulling a single coin from an old jar and realizing you're sitting on a treasure that could send you on a first-class trip around the world or even cover a down payment on your dream home. That's not a fantasy, it's the haunting, thrilling reality behind the 1976 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark. And this is just one of the 10 life-changing pennies waiting to change your world forever. Picture this: it's 1976, America's bicentennial year, a moment of wild celebration and patriotic pride. But hidden beneath the fireworks and parades was a small copper guardian of unimaginable value. The Denver Mint quietly released millions of these 1976 Lincoln pennies, but only a rare handful carry secret errors and variations so powerful they've sent collectors into a frenzy. What if one of these is already sitting in your attic, lost in a dusty coin folder, or even hidden inside a coffee can under your sink? Many collectors don't know that certain 1976 pennies exhibit strong doubling on the date or the Liberty inscription, mistakes that happened during hurried minting in Denver. These mistakes are so subtle, most people throw them into jars without a second glance. But those imperfections can transform a common penny into an artifact worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even more in the right auction room, with the right hungry bidders clawing for ownership. Just think, you could be driving off the lot in a new luxury car, all because of a penny you almost gave away as change at the gas station. Now imagine this, you walk into a coin show, your hands trembling as you reveal your 1976 penny with that hidden error. A hush falls over the room. Dealers lean in, eyes wide, the crowd stirs. Someone gasps when they realize what you're holding. The auctioneer's hammer pounds, and suddenly you're looking at numbers so big they make your heart skip. This tiny copper disc, the one you almost forgot, is now your ticket to freedom, to peace of mind, to that stress-free, luxurious life you always dreamed of. But here's the terrifying twist: what if you've already spent it? What if it slipped through your fingers on a coffee run last week? This is the raw, electric fear that keeps collectors awake at night. And it's why you need to check every single coin, every single jar, every single drawer, today. Because when one of these 1976 pennies shows up, it doesn't just change bank balances, it rewrites destinies. Underneath its plain surface, this penny carries decades of secrets and silent promises. Some show slight misalignments, others reveal die cracks that look like lightning bolts splitting across Lincoln's face. To an untrained eye, these are just scuffs. But to those who know, these are the signs of a life-altering jackpot. Every time you hear that metallic jingle in your pocket, you should feel that jolt of adrenaline. What if that sound isn't just spare change but the echo of an early retirement? What if that penny could buy your spouse the dream vacation they've always whispered about? Or clear your child's college debt in one quiet, glorious moment? The 1976 Lincoln penny isn't just copper and zinc, it's a beating heart of opportunity, pulsing with the energy of American dreams. It's a reminder that fortune hides in plain sight, and sometimes the universe drops a golden opportunity right into your palm without a whisper. And yet, as powerful as this penny is, it's only one chapter in this saga. Because the next coin on our list, it's even wilder, even rarer, and might just make you question every single penny you've ever handled. So take a deep breath, steady your nerves, and get ready. Because this is just the beginning of a hunt that could transform your life forever. Wait till you see the next one, it's even crazier. What if I told you that penny could buy you a brand new car? Or maybe even wipe out your entire mortgage? This isn't some fairy tale. This is real. And right now, there's a 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark quietly hiding in drawers, jars, and old coffee cans across America, waiting to change someone's life forever. It sounds impossible. A single cent turning into a fortune. But it's happening, and it's happening to ordinary people who never imagined a tiny copper coin could unlock their wildest dreams. Picture yourself handing over that penny to a dealer and walking away with enough money to book a luxury cruise through the Mediterranean or put a down payment on your dream home. The 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is no ordinary coin. It holds a secret that collectors crave, a small detail that separates it from the billions of other pennies out there. What makes this penny so special? For starters, 1977 was a transitional time in the coin world. Many coins carried the small but crucial mint marks that tell their story, a little D for Denver, an S for San Francisco. But when you find a 1977 Lincoln penny without any mint mark at all, you're staring at a coin minted in Philadelphia. While Philadelphia coins might seem common, certain 1977 pieces came out with striking errors or incredibly sharp details that make them treasures in the eyes of collectors. They're searching for sharpness in Lincoln's hair, flawless letters, and die varieties that most people can't even spot. Imagine a collector's heart racing as they discover a perfect 1977 penny in an old roll they bought at a yard sale for a few bucks. The thought of turning that forgotten roll into a down payment for a beachside condo, it's enough to make your pulse quicken. And here's the craziest part, these coins have been known to fetch hundreds of thousands at private sales or exclusive auctions. Think about it. One moment you're counting pocket change, the next, you're booking a flight to Hawaii first class. What if that penny is in your kitchen drawer right now? What if you're sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? There's another layer to this story that makes it even more thrilling. Over the decades, collectors have scoured the country, hunting for that perfect 1977 Lincoln with no mint mark. Some have even traveled across states, chasing rumors of old coin stashes and long-forgotten jars in dusty attics. Every single detail on this coin matters, the clarity of the lettering, the edges, the centering of Lincoln's bust. Even a tiny misalignment could push its value into the stratosphere. Think about the excitement when someone finds that flawless example in a random handful of coins. Now imagine you're the person who finds it. You walk into a coin shop, heart pounding, your hand trembling as you reveal it. The dealer stares, eyes widening, realizing they're looking at a piece that could change your life forever. You watch them calculate, whispering to a colleague, glancing back at you with a stunned expression. Then they finally say it, this could be worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even more depending on the demand. In that moment, you're no longer just another person juggling bills and dreaming of a better life. You're a coin hunter, a legend in the making. While most people scroll past stories like these, thinking they'll never happen to them, you're now one step closer to discovering your own hidden treasure. These coins aren't just metal. They're tickets to freedom, luxury, and endless possibilities. What would you do with that kind of money? Buy your dream sports car. Surprise your family with a home they thought they'd never own. Travel the world without worrying about tomorrow. Every single day, people unknowingly carry these tiny miracles in their pockets. The 1977 Lincoln with no mint mark is more than a coin, it's a symbol of how life can change in an instant. And the most chilling part? You might already have it. Waiting. Whispering in the dark, just waiting to be noticed, but we're just getting started. Because if you thought this penny was shocking, wait till you see the next one. It's even crazier, with a story that might just make you check every coin in your house tonight. Imagine if the next penny could not only buy you a new car but could also pay off your debts, let you quit your job, and live out your days in pure, sun-soaked freedom. Picture standing on a balcony overlooking the ocean, the breeze on your face, knowing that a small, seemingly worthless penny made it all possible. That's the kind of life-altering power hiding in these coins. The world is full of overlooked opportunities. Every coin is a potential miracle disguised as spare change. And the 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark proves that dreams can be as small as a cent and as massive as a mansion. You owe it to yourself to check. Dig into those jars, flip open that old wallet, check behind your car seats, in your drawers, and in every dusty corner where coins hide. Because if you find this penny, your story could become the next great legend in the collector world. Stay tuned, because the next coin on our list might just be the one that changes everything for you. It might be even rarer, even more valuable, and even more shocking. You don't want to miss it. Your future could be hiding in the very next coin we reveal. You pick it up, and suddenly, you realize you might be holding a key that could unlock a brand new car, a luxury vacation to the Maldives, or even help you pay off your mortgage in full. Most people walk past these pennies every single day, never knowing the treasure they're leaving behind. But not you. You're here because you refuse to let opportunity slip away. The 1991 Lincoln penny without a mint mark seems ordinary at first glance. But buried beneath its modest face lies a secret that could rewrite your entire financial future. Why no mint mark? Most 1991 pennies came from the Philadelphia Mint and didn't receive a mark, but certain conditions, rare die varieties, and tiny imperfections can make a regular coin transform into a collector's obsession. Imagine a single cent turning into a jackpot worth hundreds of thousands, or even more at a heated auction when two determined collectors go to war over it. Can you hear the bids rising? Can you feel your palms sweating as the numbers climb higher and higher? collectors chase these specific 1991 no-mint mark Lincolns for subtle errors, like a double die or unique planchet flaws. These microscopic quirks are invisible to the untrained eye, but once discovered, they can change your life forever. You might be looking at a coin so rare that experts would pay a small fortune just to call it theirs. And here's the kicker, these coins might already be sitting in your old penny jar, waiting for you to wake up and notice them. What if you have one? What if your next coin roll hunt ends with a phone call to your realtor, picking out that beachfront house you've always dreamed about? It's not just about the money. It's about the dream. Imagine handing over that coin, and in exchange, receiving the keys to a brand new car. Imagine the roar of the engine, the wind on your face, the freedom that comes from knowing you turned a forgotten penny into a ticket to the life you've always wanted. Think of the dinner parties, your friends staring in shock as you tell them how it all started with a single 1991 penny. They'll laugh, they'll shake their heads, and deep down, they'll wish they'd paid more attention to their own change. Every second you hold on to that penny, its story grows. And the fear of missing out. It gnaws at collectors across the country, keeping them awake at night, wondering who might find it first. Could it be you? Could today be the day your story begins? Now, imagine what else could be hiding in your pocket. The 1991 Lincoln penny is just the beginning. Wait till you see the next one. It's even crazier. Picture a quiet Sunday afternoon. You're cleaning out a dusty drawer, and suddenly, your fingers brush against a coin so rare, so powerful, it could erase all your debt in an instant. That's the power of these hidden pennies. Every one of them carries a legend. Every scratch, every faint misprint whispers the promise of a new life. And every day, ordinary people, people just like you, discover them in the most unexpected places. The 1991 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is more than metal. It's a gateway. A doorway to dreams so big they seem impossible. But nothing is impossible if you have the courage to look closely, to question what everyone else ignores. These coins are sleeping giants. And when they wake, they change destinies. So tonight, when you're emptying your pockets, when you're about to toss that pile of change into a jar, stop. Look again. Run your fingers across the smooth face of every penny. Because that moment, that single second of curiosity, could lead to the moment you finally buy that house on the hill, surprise your spouse with that luxury SUV, or sail away on a yacht without a care in the world. Can you feel the goosebumps? That's your future calling. That's the thrill of possibility humming through your veins. And just when you think you've seen it all, we've got another coin lined up, waiting to shock you even more. Wait till you see the next one, it might just blow your mind. That's not fantasy. That's the 1994 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. A coin so ordinary looking, it slips right past you. But under the right conditions, the right error, the right demand, it could be worth tens of thousands. And in some cases, prices have soared so high, collectors have battled for ownership like it's a ticket to financial freedom. Here's the emotional kicker, this coin was minted in the billions. Billions. Which means millions of Americans have touched it, tossed it, or ignored it, never realizing what they held. It's a classic underdog story. And in a world where life-changing moments are rare, this tiny piece of copper could be your moment. Let's rewind to 1994. The U.S. Mint was running full speed, trying to meet the demands of a rapidly growing economy. Lincoln cents were being produced at multiple locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but here's the twist. The Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark. That's not an error, that's normal. But what isn't normal, is what sometimes slipped through the cracks. Imagine this, a 1994 penny with a striking die clash that left ghost-like images across Lincoln's face. Or one struck off-center, with parts of the design bleeding off the edge. Even more exciting. Double dies that caused Lincoln's eye, his bow tie, or the date itself to split, ever so slightly, into a jaw-dropping collector's dream. One such 1994 no-mint mark penny, found in a random coin roll, featured a rare die crack running through Lincoln's shoulder and into the field. Its owner, a young man from Michigan, listed it online, and within hours, bids skyrocketed past $12,000. Why? Because collectors knew exactly what they were looking at, a mistake so pure, so unintentional, it became art. What if you have this penny right now? Sitting in your kitchen drawer. Lying under your car seat. Clinking at the bottom of a forgotten jar. The difference between pocket change and freedom could be as thin as 1 cent, but it gets even wilder. In recent years, demand for error coins has exploded. People stuck at home, watching documentaries, seeing everyday folks get rich off forgotten coins, they started looking closer. Which means rare 1994 pennies have become targets. Dealers hunt them. Auctions push their prices higher. And each time one is found, the rest become even rarer. Now imagine this, you're on vacation in Florida. Your phone rings. It's an auction house. That little penny you submitted? It just sold. And not for 100. Not for 1,000. But enough to pay off your car. Maybe even buy a new one. Maybe even, more, still think it's just another penny. Here's how to check. Look closely at the obverse, link inside. If there's no mint mark under the year, that's your starting point. Now, inspect for doubling. On the date. On, "In God We Trust." On Lincoln's profile. Look for cracks, cuts, cuds, signs the die was damaged during striking. If you find any of these, you may be holding a jackpot, because collectors don't just buy coins. They buy stories. And a 1994 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, carrying the scars of a broken machine, the whispers of minting chaos, that's a story worth thousands. Sometimes more. What if you missed this one already? What if you spent it? Don't panic. There are still 9 more chances in this video. Each one with the power to change your life, and the next one, it's even crazier. A ticket to a brand new car, a debt-free life, or even a dream house by the beach. That's right. The 2002 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark might just change your entire destiny. Most people toss it aside without a second glance, but you're about to see the truth behind this tiny, unassuming treasure. Picture waking up tomorrow and realizing that the jar of pennies collecting dust in your closet is actually worth more than your entire retirement savings. This 2002 Lincoln penny, born in Denver and carrying that silent, D mint mark, holds a secret that few dare to believe. It's more than a coin, it's a hidden symbol of a life you always dreamed of. The factory workers, the collectors, and the sharp-eyed hunters know this, but the average person? They walk past fortunes every single day. Imagine walking into a dealership and paying for your brand new SUV in cash, all because of a penny you almost gave to the cashier. That's the chilling, electrifying possibility we're talking about. Now let's dive deeper. In 2002, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but only a microscopic fraction have certain errors, double dies, and misalignments so rare they send shockwaves through the collector world. These tiny imperfections turn a common penny into a multi-thousand-dollar marvel. Some even say it could reach hundreds of thousands, maybe even tip into the million-dollar realm if the right collector crosses paths with it. It sounds impossible, but imagine the day you find that error staring back at you from your palm. Your heart would stop. Your knees might buckle. Because suddenly, you're no longer an ordinary American trying to make ends meet, you're holding a key to a new kingdom. Think about the freedom that comes with selling a coin like this. No more worrying about the next bill. No more endless hustle. You could disappear into the mountains for a month, book first-class flights around the world, or finally tell your boss you're never coming back. The emotional rush, the adrenaline, the pure, unstoppable joy, it all starts with that single penny. And yet, how many people have thrown it into tip jars, dropped it in parking lots, or ignored it on the sidewalk? The horror of knowing you might have let your future slip right through your fingers is almost too much to bear, and here's the real shocker, these coins aren't just sitting in dusty collections or high-security vaults. They're in circulation, right now, flowing through coffee shops, drive-thrus, and cash registers across America. What if I told you the next handful of change you get could hold this golden secret? What if the coin that could pay for your new car is lying under your car seat at this very moment? It's not just a fantasy, it's happening. Ordinary people are waking up to find life-changing value in the most unexpected places, but before you run to dump your entire coin jar on the kitchen table, there's more to understand. The 2002 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark must be checked carefully. The errors are subtle: a faint doubling on the lettering, a slight misplacement in the mint mark, tiny anomalies that only the sharpest eyes can spot. The devil is in the details, and that's why so many people miss out. It's a test of patience, a challenge that only the most determined treasure hunters pass. But imagine being the one who finds it. The headlines. The excitement. The offers pouring in from collectors desperate to claim your prized NSO. What would you do? Would you hold on to it, dreaming of the perfect moment to cash in? Or would you sell it instantly, turning copper into a down payment for a lakeside cabin? That choice could become your ultimate power play, your defining story. Friends would gather around to hear every detail. Strangers would beg to touch it, just to feel a piece of your fortune. You'd become a legend in your neighborhood, maybe even on the evening news. All because you noticed a penny that nobody else saw, and if you think this is as crazy as it gets, just wait till you see the next coin. It's even more shocking, more electrifying, and it might just make the 2002 penny look like pocket change. But before we move on, hold on to this moment. Feel the weight of possibility in your hands. Picture your debts disappearing, your dream vacations booked, and the unstoppable thrill of living a life beyond bills and burdens. Now imagine this happening because of a coin you almost didn't care about. That's the raw, life-changing magic of the 2002 Lincoln D penny. And that's why tonight, when you get home, you'll dump every drawer, check every jar, and maybe, just maybe, you'll hold destiny between your fingers. Wait till you see what's next. If you thought this was unbelievable, the upcoming coin will make your heart race even faster. Stay with me. You don't want to miss it.